Anyone else feel like they were talking about some pretty heavy topics on this one? I mean, they got Finn on the brink of death on this one, and Fiona is absolutely going through it mentally. That scene at the end of the episode really got me though. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are continuing Fiona and Cake Season 2, Episode 3, breaking it down, and all that good stuff. Let me know if you guys are enjoying the series. My last video didn't do too hot, but I think it's because it was posted on Halloween. Or maybe the YouTube algorithm just didn't like it. But regardless, we are continuing, so let's get into it. The episode opens up to another dreamlike stylized sequence. This time story-wise, it's in the style of the classic Fiona and Cake adventures that Ice King used to come up with. But art-wise, we're looking at something similar to Water Park Frank, although that one was genuinely atrocious and this one's a lot cleaner. I definitely got some of those vibes here. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Ice Queen caught Flame Prince, as it usually goes, and she saves him, but when they're about to go home, she gets hit by a giant icicle, which parallels Fiona Prime's world, who is in a flashback and is late for work. She rushes by Cake, potentially the first time they ever met, and she shoulder checks DJ Flame, who ends up checking her out, regardless of getting dusted on. When we come back from the intro, we're at Fiona's place, where they are trying to put all of their money together to buy Queenie's lot. Ellis also tells Marshall to hit up his rich mama, which is something I did mention in my last video he should do, but he's definitely still on bad terms with her. Huntress Wizard tries getting closer to a droplet of water so she could grow, but despite her best efforts, she isn't able to and almost gets swallowed by baby Finn. They come up with the idea of doing a fundraiser to raise the funds for the sweet spot. At Prismo's, the Cosmic Owl, Prismo, and Shadow Scarab chill and hang out. Scarab is pissed that Huntress is in the wrong universe, but Prismo assures him that there's nothing they can do since Huntress Wizard got there through a different plane of existence that wasn't the multiverse. Cosmic Owl gets a call for a Croak Dream, so he heads over there. PB, Marcy, and Simon try to find a cure for Finn. Marcy notices that a bunch of princesses are riling up in front of the castle. They actually all came here to give Finn a true love's kiss in order to save his life. They think they finna Snow White their way into Finn's life. Fiona goes to Hunter to try to ask him for a favor. He agrees to set her up with the park committee. On her way back, she runs into DJ Flame, who butters her up. He asks her to come to his function later tonight. He's been getting a lot of traction off of his hit new song. Back in Ooh, the princesses are very serious and storm inside the castle. PB has no luck finding a cure to the poison, so she allows all the other princesses to come and do their fairy tale mumbo jumbo. She's also pissed off at Huntress Wizard for not being there for them when Finn needs him the most. She's so desperate, so she allows him to do the true love's kiss. Cake makes advertisements for the fundraiser, but can't stop thinking of Mcron. She asks him if they would want to hang out tonight. He responds instantly, which wouldn't happen in 2025, but for show. Fiona takes him clubbing, and might I say, all three of them look mighty fashionable. DJ Slime actually opens up for DJ Flame. That's a pretty cool cameo. Once Cake sees what's really going on, she asks Fiona to step into the bathroom. Fiona tells Cake that she feels like they're meant to be together. Mcron texts Cake that he's leaving because it's way too loud in there. Fiona stays. When DJ Flame asks for his girl to come up, she gets excited, but actually, Fennel is the one that goes up and is revealed finally. Truly, a way better name than Fernonia that I was calling her. A lot of you know that we saw her back in the trailer for Season 2, so it was only a matter of time until we saw her, but this honestly caught me by surprise, so props to them. Fiona, however, is very devastated and drinks her problems away. Huntress Wizard wants some water. She is about to die, so she meditates and meets a spirit warrior once again. He gives Huntress Wizard some more cryptic advice. He tells her to follow the beat to the roots. He uses a shovel to dig underground, and a broken tool seeks a flame. You guys can let me know what you guys think these could mean. To me, following the root sounds similar to following the beat of your own drum. Digging underground may mean that you need to get dirty, and a broken tool seeking the flame could mean when you're at your lowest, you tend to go whatever catches your eye. Not sure if you guys agree, but we can figure it out together in the comments if you guys want. The princesses take turns kissing Finn. Marcy wears her iconic knitted sweater that we saw her wear a couple times in Adventure Time. Then, we get the reveal for the person that was behind the metal suit from earlier. It's actually Flame Princess. I'm not sure why a lot of us didn't see that one coming. She looks about the same but with a lot of hair. Drunk Fiona stumbles in the park at night. She presumably came to see Hunter. She totally checks out the goods. She trauma dumps on Hunter. She talks smack about Fennel, but Hunter is actually really good friends with Fennel, so it's a little awkward. Hunter assures Fiona that she's okay. She ends up pleading for a kiss, but W-Man's Hunter doesn't allow her since she is clearly under the influence. Muscle Princess tosses Simon around for Finn, and he ends up dropping all his items. Fiona gives him a call, but he doesn't pick up, and he was holding on to the Enchiridion. Boy, how'd you have that in your pockets? That's pretty insane to be carrying a book like that around. But when PB sees the Enchiridion, she gets an idea. She's definitely gonna want to open the Enchiridion with all of the gems from the princesses. Probably to go to Prismo and ask him for a wish, is where I'm thinking this is leading. Fiona returns home, emotionally devastated. She reminisces on her time at U, and is envious that everyone around her is living a better life than her. She saved the world, and she still feels like a loser. Damn, that part almost made me cry IRL. That's some deep, real emotion right there. She's so sad that she can't even keep a plant alive, and that's when her tears finally nourishes Huntress Wizard. Fiona is really sad that this is how her life turned out after the events of Season 1. Then she just freaking knocks out. Like, what the heck? Real as fuck. In the dream world, Big Destiny from Farm World has a dream that he's beating up a wolf. The Cosmic Owl shows up, and very quickly it turns sour. The wolf ends up biting his head off after someone planted him there. In the real world, right after he wakes up, the wolf appears, and Big Destiny is killed by Peanut. I'm assuming it's his biological offspring, but I'm not entirely sure. Prismo and Scarab watch Big Destiny eat it, and that's where the episode ends. I'm not sure what this last part has to do with the rest of the episode thematically. It seems kinda tacked in there, other than paying off the conversation that they had earlier, but maybe Big Destiny's death does serve a purpose for the story going forward. I honestly thought this was a pretty good episode. I really like the scene where Fiona's by herself in her room. Maybe it's because I relate to her more than I want to though. We finally got the reveal of Fennel, who we've been wanting to see show up. I'm just excited to see how their stories end up intertwining. Hopefully Huntress Wizard and Fiona are finally able to meet in the next episode. And I'm pretty sure Bubblegum, even though she's in good spirit and means well, is gonna end up making things worse when she goes to Prismo and opens up that wormhole. But we're just gonna have to wait and see for that one. But yeah, that'll about cover episode 3. I hope you guys are excited for episode 4. That'll mark the halfway point for this season. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We're pushing our way to 1K, and we're almost there, I can feel it. As always, my name's been Alberto, or Punk Kick Yoshi. I'll see you guys next week. Till then, bye bye.